Alright, so I just finished interviewing Betty Tureaud with Maria Morales and Christian Inez. And I have to say, I was making breakfast right before the interview, and I seen it was like 5 minutes till 11. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta go. So came on Second Life and teleported to her island where we initially set up the meeting. And from there, she gave me a request to teleport to one of her installations that she is currently still working on. And on top of her installation, she had three chairs. I actually felt like we were being interviewed because she had one chair on her side and then three chairs on the opposite side for us to sit on. We got there. She had one of her students there with her from Denmark, who was very nice also. But it was just a little different, the interview. But once the questions got rolling, much of the information that we were confused about, we learned very quickly. She was a very nice person. We asked her questions not only about Second Life, but about in real life. But she told us in real life that I liked about, I mean, in Second Life that I liked about her was that there's no limit in Second Life. She said it could be, it's kind of scary at times because um, there is no limits, and she kind of has to trust herself in that aspect to how far she's willing to go. But how she proved her point to that question was she said, let's take a dive. And after the interview was over, we walked over to the side and there was a diving board. And we looked at her confused, and she's like, just dive. Dive in. So we dive in, and all we see is this just spectrum of colors, tons and tons of bright neon colors. If and Maria made a comment saying it felt once we got to the bottom, it felt like we were going down Alice in Wonderland's hole when we were chasing the rabbit, except for it wasn't dark. It was very bright. It was quite the opposite. But that's exactly what it felt like. It felt like we were in some vortex in space, and like we had no destination. But eventually we reached the bottom, and at the very bottom of her installation was a rocket where she said to sit on, or she asked all of us to sit on it, and so all of us sit on it. By that time we lost Christian. Christian got lost getting to the bottom, but within 3 seconds the rocket shot us all the way back to the top of our installation. But it was very, very cool. There is three levels to our installation. The first level was all pitch black inside, and there was just one hole in the floor space that you could see the bright colors coming in. At that point, that's when we lost Christian, but we dove in again to the next level where it was all colors, and that's where the rocket was at the bottom. But I enjoyed it very much. She's amazing. I asked her what motivates her to start a new project, and she said nothing motivates me. It all comes together once I start drawing on paper. So that to me was very impressive and exciting at the same time. But all in all, she gave us links to her other installations. I asked her, so what others do you recommend that we look at? And she gave us extra links, so we're going to be checking those out also before to give us more information on the art gallery. But now we're going to have a different view, a different perspective on who she is when we do her art gallery. So I'm very glad that we did do this interview. And I think that's it. So you will see part of her in our art gallery once it is all done. Thanks.